I can tell you this is really brought a lot of people together. It's I tell you, Robin, when you live in an island community like the Virgin Islands, and you see you see how beautiful it is every day,
Yeah.
and you become really close with a lot of people, and they become your extended family, if you will. And to see what's happening to them and to see what everybody's going through is just really hard.
Okay, so you've had some limited contact there. Can you tell me a little bit about what your friends are saying that they went through during the storm? For example, the 30 people and 10 dogs that hunkered down in your property, even though you weren't there.
Yeah, I did. My house was it was a very we felt that it was a very safe place for everyone because it was built with stone, concrete, bricks, and it was in an area of the island where we didn't feel like we were going to get a direct wind. So I felt like that if they went downstairs, that it would be a very safe place. And I did. I had about 20 people in my house, and I'm a big dog lover, so I made sure all the dogs were
Yeah.
in there also. And so they were scared. They were really scared. And then I had 200-mile-an-hour wind tested windows throughout my house, and every window in the house just went out. And they just blew out. So these people were really scared. They found more. They found more shelter in a big closet, and was in that closet for a long time. And they made it, and luckily a lot of people have made it. And it was just one. They said it was one of the most scariest things they've ever been through, obviously, in their life.
And a lot of people
Couldn't
are,
believe it.
island tested, and so they've been through storms. But this one is different. As we're talking to you, we're looking at some of the overhead shots, finally coming out of the neighboring St. Thomas area too, right next door to St. John. For the folks who haven't visited the USVIs and other places in the islands, what do you know are the challenges to getting help, getting out, getting ambulances, and then rebuilding?
Well, it's going to take a while. I think the last hurricane to do this, something close to this damage, was Andrew, and it took them 4 years to recover. So it's just this is the strongest storm to ever hit those islands, and through St. John, St. Croix. St. Croix didn't get hit that bad, but St. Thomas, Joost Van Dyke, St. Bart, St. Martin. And it's just, I think, Robin, what's the toughest part is just the infrastructure. And it's Florida is dealing with that right now, and they're getting ready to get hit. But they're planning better, and so these places that didn't really have a lot of infrastructure anyway, that was just that, these people live off the sea, and they live off the land, and they live off each other. And these communities just, they're facing an uphill battle, and they're facing years of cleanup. And I think that the thing right now that I'm most worried about is, the hospitals need help. I'm worried about all the dogs there. And I'm in my plane. I'm sending so much water and dog food to the Virgin Islands, because I just so many people are displaced. And I think that's the right word to say is yes, we will rebuild and then we will recover. But and the people that I know there and the people that I've grown to love, they're really hard workers, and they've got great hearts, and it's hard to rock them, even with a hurricane with this size.